Welcome, guys, to the first MLB The Show 24 Road to the Show. We are Jay Williams, as created by my lovely wife, and this is our Combine and Draft episode. I'm gonna let this intro part play out a little bit. I enjoy this part of the road to the show that's been added this year. The phone calls and the dialogue options. It's really nice. Kind of wish the people I was talking to, there was some voiceover work for that, but that's just a personal preference on my end. I do have some gripes with the pitching half of the draft or the combine game and the showcase game and all that, but I'm gonna let MLB Network talk for now, and then I'll come back on the other side of this. So, give me 1 minute.
Each and every year, if you look at it, all the clubs get a chance to answer the questions they have on the players, and then all the best players in the country get to showcase their skills in front of 30 clubs. So, I mean, I'm just really excited to see what's going to happen.
Sarah, it's a 4-day event. It's held at Chase Field in Phoenix. What advanced metrics can players and viewers expect to see?
I mean, there's so much data with this event. Part of why I love it so much, and I've been there every time this has been held. So glad we're back again. For pitchers, you got pitch velocity, you've got spin rate, you've got extension. For hitters, we have your exit velocity, launching, and of course the distance on those home runs.
Well, congratulations and good luck to all the young athletes as they continue their journey to hopefully one day land in the big leagues.
Okay. 4 days. Showcase your talent, draft combine. Okay. This part's where I'm having problems. Okay. I have not done a position player yet. I'm getting to it, but I'm gonna try and get Jay here moved up the ranks before I move on to a hitter. But my issue with the combine, because I've talked to people that have played the draft combine stuff, showcase and all that before, or as a position player, not as a pitcher. There's a lot more that goes into it. As a position player, you get to do fielding, you get to do hitting, you get to, I mean, and then you play 3 showcase games. Yeah, 3 showcase games. Whereas a pitcher, as a starting pitcher, we do this mini game, and that's it. And about halfway through this, I realized I wasn't doing the greatest, which is weird because, okay, the difficulty I'm playing on for this, I do this the same every year because a lot of times I stop playing this around the same time baseball season ends. So around October, November, I'm moved on to something else. So I haven't played this game or a version of this game in 3 months, 4 months, probably more. So I'm a little rusty. So I do the dynamic difficulty and I set it to minor just to get back into that rhythm. But yeah, I kind of skipped through all this expecting to be able to retry this. So I kind of sat on this screen for a minute and I was like, wait, so do I get an option to redo this? And it's not there. So that's my first gripe with this. The second thing is something that could have been done in this. I also changed the slider to a sweeping curve here. The second thing is, why isn't there any PFP? For those of you not baseball knowledgeable, PFP is pitcher fielding practice, and that's basically fielding a bunt, throwing it first, covering first on a ground ball away from the first baseman. Like, that's something you could do in this combine. Like, that would be part. I've never, for the life of me, couldn't even tell you when the draft combine is, because it's not something advertised like the NFL does. But you can see up there in the top corner, yeah, I'm in the dynamic minor. First batter I face, first pitch gets laced to the corner for a double. So I'm already like, at this point, I'm already kind of contemplating starting over. But we're gonna get out of this here. Next batter, two pitches in, sacks him over to third. So now I'm like, great, I'm gonna give up a run in my first inning. But yeah, PFP should have been something. Big strikeout there. Should have been something that was part of the pitcher's combine. Fielding, it is a position. I mean, so that's my a couple gripes with it, but I can move on from that. But yeah, good job getting out of that inning. That should have helped my draft stock a lot. The other issue with this, like I said, there's 3 games. There's the showcase game, then there's a game 2, a game 3, and a game 4, I think. It'll show it after this game. But yeah, here's some PFP I could have been doing. And this was a problem I had in last year's game 2, is your pitcher is so slow. In road that has to be a thing in this, but I'll get over it. I've played through 4 games. Yeah, I think 4 games already, and I don't think I can't remember a time where not being able to cover first has cost me anything. But I mean, it's just something I wish was more orientated to the game. So I got 6 solid innings in the first showcase game, and honestly, I was only expecting to pitch 3, because in previous games the starting pitchers pitched 3 against, you face the East, or as a central prospect, face the East, the West, and then you play an international game, and then it went on to the draft. Well, here, so I got my projected round boosted up to 13, and I figured, okay, well, I still got days 3 and 4, and it just kind of, there was game 2. Yeah, you don't get to play game 1 and game 2 or final game. For some reason, it labeled 3 and 4 as rest days, but I also didn't get to pitch in day 2. But okay. And so I tell the agent here that it's funny. The way I say, I'm a bit disappointed. She's like, "Yeah, you did pretty bad," and it's like, dude, I just pitched 6 innings, 11. I think it was 11 strikeouts, 1 hit, and one hit batter, and you're telling me that was a terrible show? It wasn't the best showing. I don't know. I'm nitpicking, and I know it, but so yeah. And then she tells me I'm projected 6 to 14, and it's disappointing that there aren't better ways to up your draft stock as a starting pitcher besides just one mini game and one game played. Like, I feel like there should have been more, but like I had said before, I don't know exactly what goes into the MLB Combine. It's neat, this new feature, and it's probably better as a position player, because that's probably what I'm probably a minority when it comes to road to the show starting pitching. I feel like most people do road to the show, because if you even break it down, it's like people that play this game are playing probably mostly Diamond Dynasty, franchise, and road to the show, and then the subset of road to the show is something different. So Let me be quiet for the draft. And obviously, the casting couch returns.
With the 14th pick of the 13th round,
And I get selected by the A's. And at the time, at the time of recording this, I was extremely disappointed in this. But I will show you after all this draft. Actually, I want these pictures in the background. The blueprints of a baseball glove and a bat. That's pretty cool. But after all this, the MLB people, I'll explain to you why I'm actually not as disappointed to be drafted by the
All right,
A's.
so another player that we saw at the MLB Draft Combine, off the board in the middle rounds of this year's draft. What's the reaction here to this pick? Starting with you, Sarah.
Well, this player had a pretty good combine, but not the absolute best we've ever seen. I think there were some questions, but there's a lot of metrics that show there will be upside here, so I'm very excited to see how this player progresses through the minors.
Yeah, I agree with Sarah completely, Robert. There are some question marks, but I do see upside. What I also see is a really good floor for this individual player. And, you know, guys with good floors sometimes end up being some of the better players.
So yeah, it's kind of cool you get the MLB Network treatment, and then I'm gonna tell my agent here how disappointed I still am to be an A, but when it comes to meeting the manager at AA Rockford, I think it's Rockford. It's some Texas league, AA affiliate. You know, what I tell the agent and what I tell the manager is completely different things. Like, I can express my disappointment to the agent, and when any of these cases come up in the game, I will obviously not express my disappointment in things because I'd imagine that won't get me much. So I'll continue to use the agent. I'm not sure how much the agent's actually going to be a factor in this, because in previous games, they never are. They check in on you at the beginning of the season, and you never hear from them for the rest of the season, most likely. Which I feel like should be a different feature in the game. They should bring you sponsorships and stuff like that based on performance. I think that'd be neat, but I haven't gotten deep enough in. I'm still in A-ball or AA, so probably close to promotion, just to kind of give you a spoiler for what's to come. But yeah, so this conversation happens. Midland Rockhounds. That's somewhere in Texas. So yeah, I'm gonna head out to Midland, speak to the manager, and then like you saw here, I gave the agent my true feelings, where I'm gonna come here to the manager and just be grateful for the opportunity. And honestly, in real life, I probably would have showed up to this place decked out in A's stuff. Like, even though I'd be disappointed, I would at least rep the team I'm playing with. So yeah, I give him an old heck yeah. Which in Texas, I should have been giving him a whole hell yeah, like Steve Austin style. But yep, I like how AA manager's office here is just very low budget, very very crummy looking, and yeah. So yeah, just glad to be there, glad to help out. This place looks extremely gray and dingy. But yeah, in front of the manager, extremely grateful to be there, happy to help, big team player. To the agent, I hate it here. So, shake his hand, good luck, get out of his office, see you later, boss. And here is where I went ahead and checked out the rotation. Yeah, I'm a 64 overall. If I can get that up 3 points, I would be able to fit into the starting rotation. So I don't expect to be in the minor leagues long. So thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.